Today I'm throwing a fresh set of GAS strings on my Hoyt AX2. These things are really easy to work on with a press at home. This is no big deal at all. If you've been intimidated to change strings on your bow, hopefully this video will change your mind and give you the steps you need to do this. So I'm going to show you a design change that Hoyt has made in the last couple of years. I'm going to show you a really easy trick to mark your D-loop and your peep location so you don't have to reset everything up once you get those strings back on. And then we'll swap this entire setup and we'll show you what it looks like at the end. These are their sandstone color. Either sand or sandstone, but I think it's gonna look really good on this green bow. A lot of people wait too long to change their strings. These original strings, I've been shooting these for about 2 seasons. They're not in bad shape, but I've got some serving separation up on top. So what I'm doing, I'm gonna change these strings, but I'm also gonna keep these strings as a backup. Got the black serving with this sand color. These are gonna be pretty cool. The other thing you'll notice when you open up a new pair of strings, they'll come with a little paper clip or a little piece of serving that's tying them together. That's holding the appropriate twist for those strings. So don't pull these out of the package and untwist them because you're going to be changing the default lengths. Keep them in the same position that they're in and don't take off that little paper clip until you're ready to stick it on your bow. So on this bow we have 2 cables. We've got our main bowstring here. You'll notice there's a little piece of orange serving. That's going to help you to see what the top side of the string is, and also that's splitting the strands in the string so you know where to put your peep. So leave that in there until you get it strung up so you can put your peep back in the center of those strands. So one of the biggest changes on the newer Hoyts over the last couple of years is they've gone to this half moon split yoke setup. They've taken a little bit of a different design where you've got the half moon piece in the middle that splits that yoke just to both sides of the cam. This system is really clean, it's easy to tune, it's easy to swap out. It just adds one extra little yoke cable to this system. So instead of having 3 cables for your Hoyts or 3 strings, before you would have bowstring and 2 control cables. Now you're going to have the bowstring, the 2 control cables, and then 2 additional little yoke cables that you need to add. So 5 total, but very, very simple and worth it from a tunability perspective. If you look at the Hoyts, even from just a couple of years ago, so this is an RX-7 Ultra, it was a slightly different design. So the cables here have no yoke here. They come straight up and they hook right into the modules and the connection points on the cams. I'm going to show you a super simple trick just to help line everything up on your bow. Before you get this thing fully pressed, before you start taking off your old strings, you're going to do 2 things. The first thing, you are going to take a picture of your bow. Now, when you do this over and over, you're not going to need this anymore, but the first couple of times you work on a new bow, make sure you are taking a picture of the way that the cables are routed and the string is routed. Little things and important points, the direction that the yoke cables are going over the cam. So in this case, you can see, I'm going to take a picture. They are going from top to bottom, right? Once all of the cables are off, it would be really easy to do that backwards. Now you've got a problem. Your bow's not going to draw in that configuration. So I'm just looking at the connection points. I'm taking pictures of both cams just so I can see exactly how those strings are routed. And then it's always good to have an overall picture, something that you can zoom in on like this. So as you know, when you look at the top and bottom cable, where they route through, what pulley they come on, just take a picture. It's going to make your life so much easier, and you're not even going to have to guess. Now, second piece, you can pretty easily get back to a baseline with just an arrow shaft and a marker. So take your bow in its current setup, assuming that it's already tuned and ready to go. Before you even really press this down, just have enough pressure on your press just to hold it lightly in place. You're going to take an old arrow shaft or a dowel or stick or anything you have and a marker. And what I like to do is I like to take the tip of the arrow and I run it just along the string here. And I'm just holding it, for me, on the center of the string stop, because this string stop is going to be a constant. It's not going to move. Your limb tips, your cams, everything else, depending on the length of the string or any differences that you could potentially have when you put these new strings on, that point can move. But on here, when we're talking about the string stop, this is going to be exactly the same. So all I'm doing here is I'm just looking at my arrow shaft. I've got it marked on the center point here, and I'm going to mark where my arrow nocking point is, so just 2 lines there, and I'm going to mark where my peep is, so I'm going to go center of my peep, top and bottom, right? I'll even mark it so I know which way I had that. Perfect. And that's it. Now I have a quick little reference. As soon as I put the new strings on my bow and I get everything in spec where I want it, I can simply stick this back and I know exactly where my D-loop was and my nocking point, as well as my peep. Easy, no messing around, and I can go right back to putting those back in place. Last little trick while we get into this, do one at a time. Even if you have a picture, a lot of times it's easier just to replace one component of this at a time. Keeps everything simple. You can take everything off, or if you've already blown up your bow or your strings are completely shot, you can do that. But in a scenario like this where we're changing these early, no reason why you can't, change the string first, change cable 1 first, change cable 2 first. Just makes it easier. Keep it simple for yourself. So once your press is set, I like to hold on to my string here, and I'm just going to slowly press this till I get enough give on the string, making sure everything's nice and lined up. You don't need much, you just need enough just to make sure that you can get that string off. You may need to come back a little more anyways after. So I'm going to pull this off now. I'm just going to pull off my main string. Now if you're going to save these strings as a backup, keep them in the same twist. So don't be untwisting them or twisting them. Keep them in the same position that they were. Doing the same over here. So now all I'm going to do, I'm taking my brand new set of strings here, and I'm going to take out this little paper clip that it comes with, and I'm going to put it right through my old set. It's going to keep those exactly the same length as they were, the same twists, and now I can just stick these, hang them on the wall, put them in a drawer, and they are ready to go if I need them back again. I can see top and bottom here, so I can see the top where my peep is, and the bottom where I'm going to have, so this is the other thing, on your string stop, there'll be a little section of serving on this where that's going to go over the string stop, so that's going to be where your string is smacking that. And we're going to come all the way around. And same on this side. Again, you can just hold that little eyelet, make sure you're not twisting it around. And this cable goes all the way around. It goes up through the center of that split yoke cable and over the cam post. And take your time on this. No need to rush. You can do this quickly but safely. So I am already loving this color. This sand looks great on this bow. It really pops. Next, we are going to do this top cable here. We've got these yoke cables coming over the top edge, and then you come straight through and you go through the back side, this back pulley here. So what I'll do is I'm going to start from this side here. All I'm going to do is pop this off the post. Again, we're going to keep it from twisting here, and I'm going to pull this straight through. And now I can take off my moon. Set the moon here for now, and I'll just take off my cable as well. Now the cables on this bow are the same length, so both sides the same. You just need to grab one of them. And you'll notice on this one, one of the loops is smaller and one of the loops is bigger. So the bigger side is going to go and connect into your half moon. Then the smaller side will be on the cam side. Right back through. Hold this from twisting again. Right back to that post. That's looking good. Now I'm right where I need to be for the half moon. So I'm going to add this half moon back on here. All right, so you press, and if you just press on it, you'll feel it click through. those two little points. And now our half moon is on there. Once you have that little half moon piece on, you can grab one of your new yoke cables, and you're just going to run one end through the channel on that yoke, and right around the cams. Remember, we're going over the top. All right, so we've got one side on. All right, so now we've got main string, we've got our top cable on with our little half moon yoke. Let's just do the other side. Okay, so once you have your string set, take your main bowstring and just put some tension on it and look at all your attachment points. This is super important. So I'm just verifying that my cables are routed in the correct way. They're going through the pulleys, they're not out of the channel anywhere. I've got everything lined up. I can see my string stop. I've got my string on the right way. Just putting pressure like this while it's in the press is the easiest way to safely kind of check that everything looks good. This looks great. All right, once everything's set and you're comfortable, you can take your bow out of the press. And we have a brand new set of sandstone strings on this Hoyt bow. Next step, and in the next video, we're gonna throw the peep and the D-loop back on and get this thing back in tune and see how we're shooting. Yeah, that color's awesome. All right, hope this was helpful. Again, have any questions or you wanna do this yourself at home, feel free to leave them in the comments. Working on your bow should not be intimidating. This is a quick process. You can do this yourself, and it's a really good skill to have, especially if you're like me and you live nowhere near a bow shop. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one.